Good evening. Welcome to the Two-Edged Sword. I'm your host, La'Tanya Moore-Newsome. To the left, we have
co-host Ashley Moore.
Hey, Ashley. To the right, yes, we have
Rocco. We here. What up, though?
Okay. To Ashley's left, we have the artist for tonight.
Hey, 7 Billion. Yes, sir.
Yes. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Amazing Prince. You can see, I know I never dressed down. I decided to dress down, my version of dress down. They made this amazing Two-Edged Sword shirt for me and at the same day. So let's go over it. I have a QR code on the back, the logo on the back as well, so you can just scan it, go to all my social media, right from your phone. You don't have to go through all of it. Go follow me on IG, YouTube, everything comes up. Again, I want you to go follow Amazing Prince. As A is in apple, H is in orange, M is in Mary, A is in apple, Z is in zebra, I is in igloo, N is in Nancy, G as in girl. Amazing. That's how they spell it, like kind of high. So great customer service. I love them to death. Like they were super helpful and attentive. So Georgia, for Amazing Prince, I'm sure they offer that do tennis shoes, socks, shirts, banners, you name it, they can customize it. So big shout out to Amazing Prince for this beautiful shirt. With that being said, we got to go ahead and get into what Ashley does, and then we'll come back and see what everybody else is going on.
So we know sometimes it be a little mix up. The flyer says something else, but tonight we bringing back one of my favorites, 870 Link. Why don't you introduce yourself for the 15th time?
Yes, sir. I go by 870 Link. One of the songs, I'm performing one of my new songs called I See the Light. It's coming soon, dropping that pretty soon. And then I got the fans' favorite, All I Know. So, yeah.
Make sure you give up your social media real quick.
I go by 870 Link. That's 870 L-I-K. Let's get it.
So special. Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Coming with that I See the
I'm so you'll be alright. I'm just a nigga with my team, alright. I told myself you'll be alright. I'm fucking dinner with my team, alright. Trip on the scene and I'm fly in the sky. I played it wrong and I'm trying to make it right. I'm leaving shit on social media, right? I keep it going, Lord knows I ain't trying. I went through darkness, but right now I see the light. I went through darkness, but right now I see the light. I'm feeling pain, all these beds I hide. I'm at the top of there, where are the light? This how they know you see, you never switch the side. This how they know you see, you never switch the side. It's how you want a piece of my heart. You can't get a piece of my time. Done trusting hoes got me so strong. You can't fix the pieces, this is all apart. Cause you know you riding in a foreign car. I know niggas ain't gon' make me fall. I was born to get it, now I'm a star. Now I'm pushing big fans to play a part. Say I'm getting money, this shit easy. Don't you pussy nigga wanna be me. I'm all by myself, I'm working freely. I always singing money, we all eating. Yeah, I come up something here to be alright. I'm busting dinner with my teeth, alright. Jump on the scene and I'm fly at the sky. I play it wrong and I'm trying to make it right. I don't leave shit on social media, hit me out. I keep it going, Lord knows I ain't trying. I went through darkness, but right now I see the light. I went through darkness, but right now I see the light. I'm feeling pain, all deep inside. I'm at the top of there, where I like. This how they love you, see you never switch the side. This how they love you, see you never switch the side. Yeah, yes, sir.
I see the lights. I see the lights, sir. Serving with it. We got the All I Know. 870 Link. Hit it.
in the backseat serving, but now I don't say a word. Play my role. Hey, what you tell? Shit, I'm fresh and fuck on the way too cool. You cannot hang with me. All the way to the bag, I gotta go get it, catch you playing with me. They away from me, you go there, you pay, they really like me. I'm all I know. Look, he ain't roll on me. Hey, I'ma wake him up, they'll sleep. Hey, I'm out there lying on me. Hey, sorry about the day. Hey, fucking on his elite. Look, the hating I already eat. Look, man, I feel like it. Look, set up with boss to me. I took the engine like get away. Not slowing down and hitting brake. Believe my word is shit. I say the risk. I took the chance I made. The shit was hard. I had to make. I overcome my biggest fate. I always find another way. I live to fight another day. I was just at the bottom merge. Now I be in my high mode. I know it's in the backseat serving, but I don't say a word. Play my role. Hey, what's up? Shit, my pressure, fuck on way so cool, you cannot hang with me. On the way to the bag, I gotta go get it, catch you playing with me. They away from me, you go there, you pay, they really lame with me. All I know. Like it was already emotional, I'm moving closer and not on the top. Down, you didn't know you was thinking they hold you because you got hot. Down, they know I'm sick, you ain't hold you, I'm leaving my soul, they ain't hit the spot. Down, all I know. I can't even stand up out because I'm feeling woozy. You say you a man, say what you do, you could've fooled me. That hoe over there, she looking and he being choosy. All I know. I was just at the bottom merge, but now I be in my mode. I know it's in the backseat serving, but I don't say a word. Play my role. Look, check my pressure, fuck on way too cool, you cannot hang with me. On the way to the bag, I gotta go get it, catch you playing with me. Stay away from me, give away, they really lame me. All I know.
Yes. Like I said, he always come through with the come through at 870 link. Why you always leave? Come back. Okay, so you already know, just a couple questions. What type of mood was you in when you wrote I See the Light?
Not gonna lie, I was in like an inspiration type of mood. So like I was in one of my down times. Grandma, I was talking to my grandma. She told me it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be everything. So like, incorporated all that, my lyrics, all the pain I've been feeling. So put that in my songs.
Okay, that's what's up. So my next favorite question: what is your favorite line from that song?
Let's see. I went to Gunning, but right now I see the light. I went to Gunning, but now I see the light. I'm feeling pain all deep inside. I'm at the top of the hill, yeah, I reside. This shawty low, you see me, never switch aside. This shawty low, you see me, never switch aside.
You always tell me the content, no doubt. So before we go, give me your social media again, and let's get to this show.
All platforms, 870LIK. That's 870. Let's get it.
Yes, let's get it. Hey. All right. 5 years. So, listen, tonight's topic is gonna be a little juicy. Should be a little informative as usual. Question is, are recent relationships becoming more casual than committed, and why? Are recent relationships becoming more casual than committed? Why? Alright, so, he's like, male perspective. So, let's get into it. The questions. Let's just get the questions rolling. I'm interested in seeing what it is.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and set it off then. Hold on. How they say on that one drink? Can you please repeat the question again?
First of all, before we get into that, we need to tell them who you are.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. Well, I go by Rocco. All right. Rocco Smooth, aka Dominique Finay. All right. You can catch me on The Real Rocker. That's TheReal Rocker with 2 C's, ROCCA_. You did? Got a couple things going on right now. About to jump off. So just stay tuned, though. You did? Shut up.
You do. You get a little modest.
Oh yeah, I am. You know, but you know that's all because grandma said, you know, man, don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? You know what I mean? So I got a couple things under the wrap. But when them chickens hatch, everybody gonna know about it.
How the chicken sound when they hatch? What's the chicken sound, right? We all do. Okay, so you said you want to set it out?
Oh yeah. I need to repeat the question again. One more time.
Okay. Question is, are recent relationships becoming more casual than committed? Why?
I guess I'm gonna say it. I think they are becoming more casual nowadays, and I just think it's because of the times that we're in. You know, so I believe that social media plays a real big part. You know, and the reason why things are more casual than committed. That's all I got for my show.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely have to piggyback off that. It's the times that we in. And I was gonna say, did I cut out? What the first time? But the times that we in, and the fact that people don't take relationships serious at all. You can open up to somebody and be like, yes, if we are casually dating, I'm looking for this and this and that, and then people will agree to it but not stick to it.
Deep right there.
So what is your more casual or committed? Casual. At that age of relationship. I guess, yeah. Right. Okay, I can say what, like, I can agree to an extent. I definitely say, you know, everybody said with social media plays a part, this, that, and the third. Social media plays a part, however, you know what I'm gonna say, like when you grown, who you following who? Are you the leader or are you the follower? You know, when you have leadership abilities and that's what's in your DNA, you know, you get it, but you don't have an understanding for it. Like for me, I'm gonna do what's best for me and what it is that I see for my vision. And yeah, I'm on social media. Of course, we are on social media. I see a lot of things, but there's a lot of things I just don't entertain so that I would be persuaded. You know what I mean? The brain is powerful. So the brain is, you know, it's tricky. It's an amazing organ we have. And you can't get caught up if you're not following, you know, you don't have a, I call it like, you know how you have a plan, right? And I'm like, you gotta have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan about how I'm gonna pursue it and do everything. So if you don't have a plan, you're gonna follow for whatever, you know. So that's just kind of what it is. I can talk about it. You don't have a plan, you're gonna kind of follow for things. Some people that have to have organization and stuff. So if you're spending a lot of time on social media and you spending time doing what they're doing on social media, I mean, that's gonna be a product of you, right? That's what's gonna become you. So take, accountability and responsibility for what you do. So everybody casually dating on social media, whatever y'all supposed to casually date.
Well, the question was, like what's going on now, right? It wasn't what do you prefer, but I also had a secondary question right now. What is casual dating right now? Is casual dating, is it the same for everybody, or does everyone have a different definition of casual dating?
I would say I think everybody will have a different definition because it's about what you two agree on or not agree to do if y'all not committed. So if you agree that we just gonna lay up in the house and be in the house, because I had somebody tell me yesterday, like, you just stay in the house. I'm like, that's the agreement that y'all made as far as being casual because you allowed it to keep going on. So you agreed with it without physically or, voicing that you're agreeing with it. Sometimes you can get drawn into different situations with being in a casual relationship and you're looking to be in a committed relationship. So it kind of jumps around because nobody really has morals about it. Like they just kind of do what they want to do, but then at the same time, if you mature enough to sit down and say, yeah, we can talk, but I'm this way, that way, this is what I want to do, how I want to do it, then that's how it would go.
So, question. What you say? Go ahead.
Casual dating to me is like really like figuring things out. Still young, so I do like figure things out. I might not be in a good inner space to be.
So that's what the casual is.
Does the casual mean that it's just one person though? You know what I'm saying? So like if you're casually dating, or is it just one person, or you casually dating? Is it open to
Some
multiple
questions.
I'm sorry.
No, you say both. Like I said, both.
Yeah.
Both meaning you're dating other people too, right?
Yeah.
Casually dating. I think that's like the talking stage or something. Something like casual. Because I'm saying casual, I would say would be more that you pretty much get to move how you want to move, but then you're seeing whomever. And y'all casually, like y'all have no commitment. Let's get into the questions you know.
Okay. How long is too long to date without commitment? Would you repeat? Go ahead. Look at his eyebrows like what you doing like, huh? You gave us the scene and look. You want me to say it again?
I mean, like it really depends on the person. Like I really believe that's like individually based, right? Because you can be seeing someone and you can be ready, right? And as long as the vibe is right, you dig, then go ahead and make that commitment. You could be, but still trying to work on yourself. Be interested in someone, but not really ready to make that commitment yet because maybe you're not ready. You dig? So I just feel like that's it's all individually based. But now for me personally though, right, I can't really put a time stamp on it. Besides the feeling that I feel right, I gotta make sure I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, if I'm good, the kind of dude that I am, it ain't gonna take long, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you a good girl, I can snatch you up real quick before somebody else gets you.
No, that's right. Snatch up, right? Y'all do know, I heard it. They do be knowing. This weekend was pretty interesting for me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to snatch you up. So I was like, I heard that. I'm glad you're smart. But okay, you need to let me make that decision. Right? I think I agree with no time frame or having a certain time frame. You'll get a lot of self-help books, relationship books, and gurus and coaches, etc. And they'll all say, you should be doing this in 30 days, or that in 90 days, this in 120, this in, like, there's no right or wrong to this. It's going to be, like you said, it's one, now we're emotionally investing, and when emotions come in, feelings come into play, things happen just how they happen. If the connection is organic and it's a natural connection that's coming, it's going to happen how it happens. You may be with that person, you may get in a situation and be like, yeah, I know, I'm just casually dating. And then these things about him or her spark you, and every time it's like, oh wow, okay, I might can do this thing, right? Oh, we did something else. And man, this is it. And then you go from casual to, hey, let's sit down and have this conversation about being committed, you know what I mean? But it looks different from each person, but you know what I mean? For everybody, like it's different. Can you go from committed to casual to committed? Absolutely. What do you think of this?
How long is too long to date?
What's the question?
I mean, y'all still answered it, but
I gotta answer that too. I'm like, if you I'm gonna keep it 100 because people know what they want to do. You know what I mean? It don't take a lifetime Herbs is not herb about dudes to see next lifetime. Like, right. It don't take that long. Like, long meaning, if we ain't said nothing in the, you know, like I said, these 6 months, 4 to 6 months, you think we still just, we playing house for 6 months, and then like, come on now, we grown.
6 months, that's when they true colors be showing. You know, y'all both gonna know by then. Like we said, it don't take that long to know how I'm gonna be with somebody, but I was gonna say 6 months to a year, because by that time you get to go through the seasons with each other. So you get to figure out if that person is really for you, not even if they just swim. Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Even if they for you or you for them. So just like in the Medea movie, it was like, even when you get married, you gotta go through the seasons with somebody. So it's just like when it is trying to be in a relationship and casually dating, you gotta see who that person is and if you really want to be with them, because you never know somebody till you know somebody, especially when they move in with you. She be different, real different. I'll be like, I'm ready to choke this.
We gotta ask some questions.
Right. Put it in the headlock.
What is that?
It could be Cuddy Buddy season at one time.
Right.
Right. That's just for that season, right?
Outside.
Oh Lord, I'm great. Like what? You with the color buddy? Like, oh my goodness. But speaking of that, that's a good point. Like,
Summertime, you outside.
I'm outside. Listen, y'all playing. I'm cuddling, period. I like putting, like I like laying a certain way. I want to sleep. Yeah, I'm getting no sleep. I need to sleep summer, winter, spring, and fall. I just like that, but that is when somebody stay with you, kind of don't know that you get into that. What is a deal breaker for somebody if they're moving in? What is it's like a pet peeve. Like I say, deal breaker, because then that means like we all imperfect and we're not really giving somebody a chance. And you know, as you cohabitate with somebody, things out. What would be your thing that if she did this or that, it would be like, I don't know if I can, Amy can move in.
Well, you ask me, I know what it is immediately. Crusty Hills. Crusty Hills. Let me say that one more time slowly. A woman that comes to the crib, right? Like,
what's up with these feet fetishes they have enjoyed?
I don't have no fetish, I promise you. I got a phobia. It's not a phobia for me. You feel
Right,
me?
don't put your feet on the
for real. And the hills is just gonna make it worse though. So like, you know, I got a phobia, right? If your feet gonna accidentally touch me, please don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing. That's no deal breaker.
Hey, I even get mad at the kids. Don't put your feet on.
Look. So she can't put her feet on you, or she can, but they have to be pedicured in some way.
I mean, now, I would prefer her not to, but I ain't gonna say anything if she does, right? As long as the heels is smooth though. But if they're rough, then I don't even like that's just all the way off.
So rubbing your woman's feet is out the ballpark.
I will pay low ling to come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, real, so you make house calls, like.
You know who his personality remind me of right now? You know that movie Intruder with Michael Ealy? And he was like, I ain't that type of man. I ain't ready to be, I'm gonna pay somebody. He's like, the yard, all that, like he was like, I'm a man, but it's some stuff that I'm just gonna pay for.
I mean, listen, for those that don't live here, this is different. Because like the conversation be like they have the feet fetish is real. Like,
oh yes,
it's like a pictures on everything.
Like it was like, see a picture of your feet. You blocked. Like if you block, right? Like what do you mean? Like you want the feet? I'm making love to the feet. What? Like I feed my toes. Like I see. Like I said, I've been on your social media and I don't see your toes. I was like, I don't want my toe in there tonight. My toes down, so hopefully not. But that's
what's your deal breakers though?
Well, because I like putting my feet on people.
Okay.
Like, so that would be a thing. Like, I guess that would be a question. When I say feet, like, when I was with my kids, they put their feet on me too. But as she ain't.
I'm the only one. You can.
Okay, we pussies. What's we doing? All right, your pet peeve. What?
You coming over with your spin like that. Order food.
What? Turn that right here. Speak up. What you say?
Not every day, bro. We cook something.
She come over with a spend the night bag. She got to cook. Okay.
But y'all gonna go grocery shopping for her to cook.
Yeah.
Okay. Spend the night bag. We cook. What we gonna eat? What you think about that, Randy? Like she got
I said, if she come over and spend the night, don't think we finna be ordering food. At least sometimes.
I mean, what's you got two? Well, nah, he got two. What's the deal breaker? In the mic, what?
Yeah, you speak.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
I agree, but it can be too high.
He wanted. He said he got two bad things, y'all. One, we got to come in his crib and deviate from what he got going on, what he doing. So he ain't. I mean, I don't know what Brandon gonna do about compromising if you ever get married, because that's a compromise. Two, he don't want it cold in the crib. So I don't know. What he don't cut it on 17. He said 17 feet. He said 17 feet. Oh, he ain't gonna. I know you ain't heard none of my daughters because they all like it cold.
Right.
Oh, what's yours?
I got one. Two.
Hey.
The first one is leaving the shower curtain open. Like, that's annoying. The shower curtain and the toilet seat. So whenever you get out the shower or use the bathroom and the shower curtain is not closed and the seat's not down, I instantly just be like, why did you not close the shower curtain when you got out? Why didn't you just flip the toilet seat down? So when I go in and take a shower, I'm closing the shower but then open it back up to get in. So
Right.
like,
All right. You got any? All right. What's your name?
Everybody said it, because I got a lot of.
Oh, Lord. I said what? Okay, what's your name?
What if a boy did just was annoying?
What is it?
I hate being questioned.
Oh my God, that is not a Sagittarius. You hate being questioned.
Like too much. Like there's too much. Like don't ask me a lot of questions.
Don't ask
That is a Sagittarius for you.
I just don't like that.
I ask them no questions on that.
And they don't like a lot of questions. They don't like that.
She don't like to be interrogated. Interrogated.
Yeah, like that.
No answer. They won't know where they chick is. What you mean? Don't you be asking nobody no questions either.
I would do. Which would be what Brandon and Maisha said. Don't come in my house thinking you finna alternate a lot of stuff. I'll let you lead and everything, but I made my house what it is and comfortable for me. But I will compromise, ma'am. I will compromise, but a lot of people like to come in and take advantage. And I already went through that before. So that's why I'm adamant about you trying to come in and just rah-rah. Like, this is me. No, this is us. This is something that we create together. It's going from being me and my children to me and my children and you. And then the next thing will be, do not leave that damn toilet seat up. And close my bathroom door when you come in. because my bathrooms is always in my room.
And I got
so,
a cute
right, you
seat
got
cover, seat down.
right, we got little fur on our seats and everything. I do not want to fall in the toilet because I like to be in the dark. So everything I do is in the dark. Like we keep our night lights and stuff on, but I ain't trying to see what I can see until it's up. Okay, so yeah.
And yours?
My biggest thing is, I have a pet peeve of mine. Top is do not get out the bed and don't make the bed. That drives me insane. Like I get out of my bed, I fix the bed before I go tinkle, do anything, brush my teeth, anything. I fix the bed, I put the 18 pillows back on there, I fold the whole wolf blanket up, I take the other blue and go like I had it. When I was just sleeping in the bed with me a whole lot. And if I come in the house, she made bed, she sloppy. She didn't make my bed up, like that's the first task of the day. Like a dude that like he would have to get out of bed before me. And then, of course, I would fix it. If I'm out of bed before him and he make the bed, I'll be like, man, we have time for that. That's what I say. And I do like the bathroom doors shut. So definitely, like I don't like when you ever downstairs, you leave the bathrooms up. It's not that it smells or anything, because you have a whole separate, room for the toilet. But yeah, let's just, let's shut the doors. Yeah, I don't want to know like the toilet seat. I didn't feel my people. You toilet seat. I'm like,
you gonna get to the side of my house if you leave the toilet seat up.
All right. That was interesting. So that was off the cuff, but it's engagement time. How do you tell if he or she wants more than a casual relationship?
They're gonna tell you.
I would hope so, right? I mean, I hope they will open up their two legs, and use the words, say communication. Because I promise you, men are horrible mind readers. All right, we suck at trying to read minds and reading between the lines and all of that. Nah, just let it be known exactly what it's hitting on.
Okay, but because it's really you guys. The man is the one that comes and say, "Hey, I want this relationship," or "This is what I'm thinking about." That's how it should be. I know we had this conversation like a year ago with my son and his girlfriend, and I think Lovey's the one that asked for the relationship, and my son was like, "Why would it have to be the man?" Like I want, because I mean, especially like the man should be the one to solidify the relationship, and you can take the offer or not. Like I don't know.
And now that goes back to your other question. Then how long do you wait? If a man hasn't said anything about being in a relationship and making it solidified, then how long do you wait if you're ready?
Either you wait or you move on. Like as I said, for me, it's like okay, so it could be too like what are the actions? They ask for what they want. I think they know what they want, and then when that happens and they see it, and it's like, oh, whoa, okay, she's a runner, he's a track star. So I went from dating to not even know I wasn't dating no more until it changed. So now it's like, oh, now I get to say to like, is this what I really want? This hot and cold energy? Do I want like whatever you got going on? You got going on. But am I willing to put myself on hold for somebody that's not willing to put 100% in? So that's going to be per individual. Some people get fed up sooner. Some people get over it later or whatever. So, I mean, it's going to be like you said, per individual. Like, we've had this conversation, at some point we should have had a conversation, we casually date. Okay, so what does your future look like? They ask you like, okay, you casually dating, of course everybody get to know each other, but what are your long-term goals? If this long-term goal ain't to be a husband, or no type of high enough commitment, you just willy-nilly, I already know from jump, it's a wrap. Like, you know what I mean? We can be friends. Right. Especially if I'm on it. Let's be on the same page, and I just want to casually be doing whatever, then of course we will be eating the yolk, but for that, no.
But that's what I was saying about you can have those conversations and they be completely lying. Yes, like that be my problem with casual dating. We'll sit down and I say, this is who I am, they'll say, this is who he is.
We lie, we just don't lie, we just don't lie about certain things. Like, we lie better too. If you're a liar, you're going to definitely lie.
If it's needed, but not intentionally. Sometimes,
When it comes to the relationship thing, it's kind of like, if she wants a relationship, she will tell you. Like, I don't know. Be like, what we doing? You don't answer to. What's going on? What we doing? She'll tell me. You don't tell me. Because when there was a guy, I was like, women ain't gonna tell you if sex is good. They you was sleeping with. Said it ain't good, and they telling you it is. Like, that's crazy. I'm just saying. Like, I'm gonna tell you.
Please don't lie to me, boy.
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie to me. Sometimes you can say somebody's sex life and tell them the truth. I didn't have to do it a couple times.
I think, how do we tell they want more than a casual relationship? I would say, like, the actions are going to be different. So you're going to move from more stable, consistent actions than non-consistent actions. And then, because, a lot of times men, like I said, they not reason nothing, but they be knowing they won't, but because society has them thinking that I can't be as emotionally available, etc. A lot of y'all are emotionally available, which is going to be a whole other topic. So they may or may not come out and say, you know what, this is what I want to do. They may not do that. They may show it with action. Men do a lot because they like for thinkers, and they're like, we get off the hey baby, what you doing? Who is that calling? It's your friend? You might not even call after 9. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get some more settled hints. And before he moves and start saying things, very few men come out and be like, this is what I want. I want it. Like, they at that point where they like, you know what? I see something good. This is a deal. 8 out of 10, I want it. If they not there, they gonna move slow. Y'all move like pimpers.
I was going to say, you got some questions over here.
All right, well, my question is how often should you see someone that you are casually dating? How often should you see someone that you're casually dating?
Because you sound like you casually dating.
Everybody is casually dating. What you say?
You say every day?
Nah,
some people do.
You said the sad. You said every day you casually
2
dating.
3 days.
Girl,
After week.
After week?
Yeah, 2.
you dating 2-3 days after week?
I'm saying, like, you see this.
His question, I think it was how often should you
Oh,
see
2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's consistent. That's a lot.
I don't want to keep seeing your days.
But 2 to 3 days, I don't know. That's a little past casual.
Now, if you're casually dating, that means that you have the option to date more than one person. So are you? Is this 2 to 3 days with multiple people?
I say,
Yeah, probably.
I don't think watching ladies. Listen.
I say once a week, if that.
Right.
3 times a week.
But if we pass casual, then 24/7. But if we
Right.
just casual, once
24/7.
a week, not 24/7, but like every other couple days, like every other 2 days.
Okay.
everybody.
That's what casual dating is, though. Casual dating can be like that's a different time for him.
I don't know, because I got two different sides when I casually date. So if I casually date somebody that's just exclusively, I can't even say exclusively us, but us agreeing to be intimate, then we're actually chilling more than 2 or 3 times a day. Like you coming over, I'm coming to your house, you come to my house, we spending time together. So, or I could be casually dating this person for 2 days a week, or that person for 2 days next week. So, but I kind of like the one person and the intimate.
Oh, okay. So you're seeing, both of y'all seeing more than one person throughout the week. What about you, Rock?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
It was your question.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. How often should you see someone you're dating? I'm not gonna give you no typical answer. So, how often should you see them? I'm gonna say at least. I'm with you, my man. You dig? At least 2 to 3 days out of the week. It's 7 days in a week, right? You know what I mean? You know, there's somebody that I'm casually dating, and obviously, if I'm casually dating, then I'm dating with a purpose. So when I'm casually dating, to build something. So 2 to 3 days a week is good.
Question though, is that
Okay.
so? Are y'all saying like that's the only person, or y'all saying like multiple people?
It depends on how you and the person and or the people you're talking to deal with. Like he said, it could be 2 to 3 times a week, but it could be somebody. Right. So he made it
Malcolm made it clear it was multiple people.
No, because I like to deal with one person at a time. You know, we live together. You know how I like to deal with one person at a time. But we're casually dating, but we're not in a relationship. But this is the person I want to spend my time with. This is the person I want to have sex with. This is the person I want in my space. Like, you can do that without being in a relationship. You are the person I picked because I feel safe enough to have sex with you before I go out here and just sleep with everybody else. Now, when I get on my bullshit, that's something different. I'm gonna be trying. That's a whole different story. But I try not to be on my bullshit. I try to just pick one person at a time.
Okay, I'm saying so now we're crossing some casual committed lines. We're in the thin line sector because I'm like it's 7 days in a week. Right? As busy as everybody is, to pull 2 to 3 days, almost half of the week, to one person, that becomes a little more committed to me. Because in Earth people, I remember like even when I was dating, we've seen each other about 2-3 times a week with his schedule, my schedule. It was, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of a lot. You know what I mean? Moving more into a serious thing, especially when it's just one person. So, I don't know. Casual dating and what does dating look like for us? Like, for me, dating is we're going somewhere. I'm meeting you here. We're enjoying this experience where we're going, and we're casually dating. So somebody else want to take me somewhere else. I'm going here. We're going to do this. And he want to go somewhere. Like, that's what casual dating is for me. We're not getting past the intimate stage at this point because I would be seeing multiple people. Now when you start narrowing them down to a Pacific or 2 Pacifics or something, now it's like it becomes okay. So both of these are contenders. And then it's crazy to say everybody try to be playing around, but for real, if you see more than one person, you sleeping with both of them. I don't know why they be playing. Like, I'm not giving him none, I'm not giving her none. Just no, man. Because now y'all become more intimate, more regular. You're gonna tell who you telling no to. That was one of my questions here when a guy. There was like a guy's dating 2 women. He tells the truth to one, but hides it from the other. Which one does he value more? And I'm gonna say he values the one that he's not telling. Like, you lie. So I'm gonna tell you, casual dating. Did the experience, right? I went on 2 dates Sunday. I went live. I told about the dates, and actually I had 3 dates on that day. I had 3 dates Sunday, and it was like, yeah, they was just dating. They were dates. They you here, and him there, and him there, and you know, that's what dating is. Like, gotta get out here, right?
That reminds me of the. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I really have a question.
Go ahead.
So what do you like consider a casual date? That's the question.
That's it, the casual date. We're casually going somewhere. What do you wanna meet at the, okay, so we're gonna have ice cream, and we're gonna sit, we're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, so you wanna go to the steakhouse or whatever, you wanna walk the park, or like whatever it is that we're doing. And cause at this point, we're just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, you know, this is another thing, like nobody watches the Bridgerton, right? Bridgerton. So women have to understand that we, you know, the man dictates the relationship, but you're picking your suitor. I have to pick the person that's the best leader for me. And if it's 100 of them, hopefully I only need one, you know what I mean? If it's 100, that's both ways. You're looking for a woman when you're ready. You're looking for the woman that best suits your lifestyle. You're looking for a woman that's gonna be, this is why men want women to be more submissive, because you're a leader. You can't, how you gonna lead somebody that's not listening? So once we understand what our roles are as the male and female, then we can furthermore come together and be like, okay, now I get it. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. How you expect him to do anything for you if he can't tell you what to do, because you're not teachable? You're not teachable. So my suitor has to be a leader. He has to show leadership abilities and qualities. So yeah, if it 3 days and I was like, listen, that's what casual dating is. I ain't sleeping with anybody. You're gonna have to, it's levels to this. You're gonna have to level, and as you get to that,
you had just said not too long ago, it's on camera. It's about 4 or 5 of them things out there, right?
It's like 1, 2, 3,
you just
4,
said
5, 6.
you said somebody who's dating multiple people, right? You said that they knocking it, upside the guy is knocking it down, right?
We would say they're casually dating. When he asked, I said my dating. That was your version of casual dating. So when I said you narrow it down to 2. So let's say there's 2 suitors. At some point, either you can sleep because you're grown, you can do what you want to. But my dating and these sort of dating, I'm not sleeping with anybody. You know what I mean? Because then we're at the point for what? Like you ain't. First of all, like again, so this is a right.
So the example that you gave, it was in general, but it wasn't for you.
The one I just gave?
No, I'm talking about when you had spoke about the.
Yeah, that was like we were talking about they sleep. We just was talking about how they're moving, and everybody on the panel said, "Yeah, I'm seeing more than 2 people. 2 people, or I got a few or 2 or whatever." And I'm like, most of the time, people say, "I ain't sleeping with them too." If you narrow it down. To be honest, you know, I'm very transparent, and for me, I have hundreds of options. They only options. So you think I'm gonna be sleeping with hundreds because they're interested, or 50, or 20, or 30, or 10? Like, absolutely not. I'm not even, and 90-some% of them are not even gonna get a date. But that's what casual dating is. You're casually spending time with this person, casually spending time with that person, casually. That's why you don't have no commitment. We ain't got no hours to be committed to several people. You really don't, unless y'all live on the same household, and then you still got to put a schedule in if you got a sister wife and you sister husbands. I mean, we ain't no, I don't know how y'all do it. I got to force myself to do it.
I have to do it one at a time. Now, do I have conversations and be in other people's face? Yes. But when it comes to being intimate, I have to pick that one person that I know that I'm going to continue to be intimate with. When I find out that you broke the code, that you being intimate with somebody else, it's cutthroat.
So is that casual?
I find, right?
So y'all casually date, but now we have a boundary. You know what I mean? See how tricky it is?
Yeah, it's always a boundary because we're bound to be in a relationship.
Y'all 2 can't only sleep with each other. Then that becomes, that's a little more exclusive. Y'all sexually only exclusive. Now I think it kind of goes to the cut, like almost like the cutty buddy thing. Like you basically, you the person that I'm hooking up with. That's kind of the hookup.
It's like that because with me, I'm always looking to be casually dating to be in a commitment, if that makes sense. So when I meet somebody somebody and I feel like they could be a potential partner or be in a relationship with them, I would sit down and say, this is how I am, this is what I want, like, I'm not easy to get close to, so once you break the wall down, you better be able to keep it down. Like, you gotta be able to know who Ashley is, and I gotta be able to know who you are. And then if you change it over the time, then what can I do about it? I just have to say, okay, this ain't gonna work. We said that we was gonna try to do it, but if you not willing to take the time to see that I'm the person for you and just move past, I mean, we didn't even have a sex yet. Like sometimes I would wait 6-7 months. I'll be knowing people for 2, 3, 4 years. Every man that I know, I've been knowing them for years.
They both like, hold up.
For real,
We like 6-7 months. I'm gonna need it.
They will wait that long though. That's the problem. You have a lot of dudes who be like, yeah, I had dudes come putting TVs up on the wall, fixing doors, doing all of that stuff, but they did not want to be committed. Like, why you come? You can take out my trash, you can hang up the TVs, put the door back on the wall and all that, but you can't look at me as a potential person to be with, but you can come and fix my house.
I think that's because of the masculinity. As a man, he wants to be like, men want to feel needed and have to feel needed. So he's seen a damsel, that's the damsel in distress, I think. So yeah, he's gonna do what he needs to do for you, which is the man, and he's gonna show, flex his muscles, and then what Jay call it, coochie credits. So he gets some coochie credits.
But that was a long time after you get out land, like you've been collecting them, but I'm just saying, now, okay, let me say something besides him fixing stuff. Let's say when I meet you, and even through text or talk, we say, I don't want to be in a relationship, but if it was to come to a relationship, then I'm okay with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, right,
national anthem of dating. I ain't really looked for that, but if it presents itself, yeah.
Because I get out of here. And I've been through so much that I have to get to know a person because people flop on me so quickly, especially when it comes to relationships. It'll be all good in the beginning, but like I said, the first 5, 6, 7, 8 months, by the time they hear it, it's a wrap. But I do have a lot of people that I know for years that I keep relationships with that we don't have, no sexual.
So what's your saying for that? Oh wow. So, I don't know, it might be because they ain't had no coochie for 6 or 7 months.
That's a long time.
Because I can't get them like that easy.
That ain't easy, but that's very difficult. Like, I mean, depending on where they stand, you know what I mean?
I've never experienced that myself as far as waiting that long. I never wanted to. But I feel though that if a man is waiting that long, right, he's probably either getting somewhere else, right? I'm saying while he's waiting, or facts. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. Now listen, I'm trying to tell you, nothing worse than doing a whole lunch, dinner, and then she get dessert somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You're up and down like, yeah, the dude want to take you out to dinner, take you out to lunch, then after that, it's good night. You know what I'm saying? Good night, and then she calling up the dude that you just sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? He getting the dessert. I've been on both sides of that fence. I'm trying to say, but this is the worst.
I think it's the pretenses of the expectation of you getting something in. So what are you taking me on a date for? You taking me on a date to get to know me so you can see how, are we in the beginning compatible enough to sit down and dialogue and see what our likes and dislikes are, etc., have a good time out in public together? Or are you doing that dating so we can do that and you turn around and think you're going to get some booty? That's like the big thing that happened with the girl that got flew in. And she in there and she wasn't giving him no coochie. And he didn't even pay for her ticket back home. So that wasn't a relationship, and that was casual. If you want to fly coochie in, I mean that's on you, right? You gotta like that fly in. Plus you in spirit. You ain't getting no coochie for me because you didn't fly me Delta anyway. I ain't doing nothing less than comfort, okay? But I just said your spirit ticket. I said spirit. The devil is a lie, girl. I'm gonna have money.
So then find your own way,
instead of $32 ticket, and you want some man, and he, you know, but it was the expectation and the lack of obviously knowing what was going on. So they conversed, and you know, we casually dating, we trying to hook up, and we seeing each other. You done flew me here. How did it happen? You staying at the crib? I ain't like I don't know. I can be on both sides of that, because as a woman, if you comfortable enough to be in somebody else's home, you done took a shower, homegirl butt naked and shit, lying around naked, and you know already sitting coochie shots over the phone and all that, like. Where like you fell asleep next to this man.
You want to one word answer, right? One word answer. Whose side you on, a guy or girl?
I'm being fair. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of reality.
I got you.
Reality. Because I'm not saying he's not wrong for wanting some, but she's not wrong for not giving it to him because it's her.
The answer isn't.
It's not like
that cut and dry.
I'm saying if it was, let me hear it. If it was me, and I done had this dialogue, and we've been communicating, et cetera, because La'Tanya, he was like, hey, we've been talking, we've been videoing, we've been sending pictures, we've been doing a lot, we've been phone set, they've been doing it all. They done built this rapport, this relationship, whether it's casual, it's sexual, whatever. Hey, baby, you coming now? You coming here, Danny? I'm coming, da-da-da. You staying with me? You staying in the hotel. She stayed with him. She's sleeping in the bed with him. She butt naked with him. Word,
by this time, I'm definitely giving you some.
You getting some.
If I'm coming to spend the night at your house and you
she flew. I flew. I went to ATL airport, through all the, customs and wherever they went, and man, come on now. She was playing. He shouldn't have did it like that, but she was.
It's like, if I fly you out, and more than likely I'm paying for your food too, and I'm paying for the hotel.
And she stayed in his personal residence. Right? Oh, they had the conversation.
I was about to say, I feel like if you get on that plane, you know you giving up space. That's all it is. That's common sense as a grown adult. If you comfortable enough to meet somebody all the 7,000 miles wherever they are on the earth, even if you drive, if he's paying for the gas, paying for the rental car, you know you're gonna have to use your head, get on your knees or something, because
if you sending pictures, then you already know what's gonna happen when y'all see each other.
Right. They did lies. He was like, you was showing me, and then she was like, it don't matter. Like,
you feel like a sandwich.
That's probably why she's single now. She's single.
I mean, I do feel as though that, the woman, she has the right to, give it up or not give it up, right? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the guy, we can't force you to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel as though that she has the right to decline or not. I also feel as though that, in that position that she was in, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just questioning, I'm wondering her motives. You know what I mean? Like, did you just fly down here, just for a free trip? You know what I mean? Was you on your period and you didn't want to give a nigga nothing because it was at that time of the
He partially gave it up by the videos and stuff. Right. Like, he was already halfway there. He was sending him videos.
But I feel like if they both came to agreement for them to meet up, they ain't just been no day or two. They've been talking. And for her to go all the way out there, and they obviously had an argument in the car or something. And she clearly said, no, we ain't doing it. But come on now. Like, sometimes you can't just... Right, that was a little extra.
Casual, they can come in and you have sex. How does it come with it? Now be clear. How do you stop feelings in a casual relationship? How do you stop feelings in a casual relationship?
Stop sleeping with him. And I'm going to sing your last song. I'm breaking.
Right. I don't even know if you can even say stop sleeping. Well, for me, like stop sleeping with them, it is like an emotional agreement thing, but still, I would say, yeah, detachment is going to be the key, other than just keeping, like, pulling the energy back completely. And you know, like, that's what it is. It's somebody, you can be attached to somebody that you ain't slept with. And, you know what I mean? I was attached to my and he slept together like 6 months.
See the feeling,
I mean,
see the way they
it's the
treat you.
energy, it's that the person themselves, you know what I mean? Sex enhances it. Sex, you know, pulls more into emotionally, and you know, if y'all spiritually, but I feel like detachment is the key. Like, I might cut the head off that snake, cut the head off the snake, because you cut the tail off, it's just gonna go back, gonna come back, restrict you, and suffocate your ass. So cut the head off the snake, don't look back.
I mean, but now when you say detachment, you mean like cold turkey? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop talking to them, stop answering
Everything,
yeah. Like
that's detachment. Because remember, everything is
so it's a breakup then, because the question was, how do you stop the feelings for someone that you have a casual relationship with, right? So are you stopping the feelings to it's casual, it's not a commitment. So are you stopping the feelings to break up with them, or are you stopping the feelings to slow it down from casual to, I don't know what's under casual, you know what I'm saying? But
that, like, you going from casual to nothing. So remind you, that's why you have to detach. So remind you, just because it's casual, don't mean, this is why I don't play the game. Casually dating, you can still catch feelings. Feelings don't stop. The feelings don't know shit about casual, committed, married, cheating. Like, it's a feeling. And when you're in somebody,
that's me. I'm blocking them.
Right. I'm like,
you already know. I'm like, what a spirit.
I should be able to see it. I don't see it right now.
I was like, I saw that shit out the corner of my eye, y'all. I catch everything. I remember all the time.
He blocking the feelings. Blocking
thing.
Right. We need an exorcism up here, right? Like, I get it, but feelings happen. That's why you have to be careful. You know what I mean? Because you can only control your feelings. There's 2 people involved in this, 2+ people, depending on who you casually see it. And when you dating and you casually dating and you don't see something with that person, and I would say, like, with my move, like, again, cut the head off the snake, because you don't want somebody attached to you or having these feelings for you and you not reciprocating. You know what I mean? Like, reciprocity is big. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to detach. Detachment is the key, because everything is energy. So, you gotta cut, you gotta block them, no sex, no talk. Listen, I don't even want to ride past where you live.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch out.
I got something to say that question again.
When it was how do you stop feelings in a casual relationship?
Dry text messages.
Block text messages. You live on red.
Dry text
He's
messages.
going to dry texting you. So he's 1-2, right? He's 1-2 worded. That'll irritate a
See the guys that play, ladies? Y'all check it out, right?
Because I can spot out short texting real quick. Dry texting, I will do this.
Some men don't.
Keep asking you that what you doing all the time.
Oh my God. Don't even argue. I could text off in a minute. I'm saying, leave no red. I don't know. You know, it's funny though. When they see this the way everybody communicates. So, you know, something is wrong. You said give them short texts. Well, your ass get take off a receipt.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
Yes.
Those who don't know what you're talking about, that's iPhone talk. You know what I'm saying? For those who still got damn Androids, that's iPhone talk.
I got an Android and we get check marks. 1 and 2. When it's delivered, 2 when you're ready. Yes, sir.
That's what the double
Or it will say seen or read. Yes, sir.
So I was
and we got screen recordings.
I was like,
she must have an Android.
we got photos. Yeah, you
I got a
get that out there. You get left on red because they being funny, or delivered it yourself. Yeah, you be like, what's going on? You short texting. I'm taking you off read receipt. I don't have no only special people on read receipt in my phone.
And I lied, say you work.
Right, hey, I just did this. I was like, you ain't at work. You waited till I went off on you to say you was at work. Because when you was at work, you would have started out with that shit.
Feelings and casual dating. See?
Don't be like, because I can read your energy through your text. I'll be like, lie like a bug. Like Kevin Gates, stop lying.
Leave Kevin out of this. Kevin,
I'm talking about his song.
the whole truth. I know what that was. Okay, so you know what to do. You can't really. I mean, that ghosting is another, right? That's a big. Casper's in the house. I think ghosting is so. Yeah, I had a good time. Listen, I don't know, like, it's fair. I mean, it's fair game out here. You know what I mean? But you don't know what nobody's personal issue is, or what situation happened, or what their insecurities is, or what their priorities are, why they just up and disappear. What I have found and seen that a lot of times when somebody does just up and disappear on you, they're dealing with some personal things, to be honest. And then when they together, they like, they come back. Me and her, y'all tend to, okay, let me go get this together, and then I'm gonna come back for life. I see a lot of that happen with people. Are you gonna get the girl? If it's men, it's gonna be. But ghosting is definitely another way to cut off the feelings in a casual relationship. Just cut it out. You know what I mean? How do you know it's more, when we get that, how do you know it's more than casual? Ashley, you have some questions.
Can someone love you and not want a commitment?
Yes.
I heard y'all. Yes. I definitely agree with that. Do you agree? Yes. Do you feel like
somebody throw that whole question away?
Right.
Throw that whole
Can
question away.
someone love you and not want a commitment? And not want to commit?
You said you don't think so? You think? Have you ever loved somebody that you could not or did not want to be with like that for whatever reason? You think about it. What else? Did you try to go for it? You try to get a reception? He got a big ego.
Yep.
See it? Pride. There you go, man. Go get y'all. Listen, go get y'all. Cut y'all short every time. What about you? Rock them, smooth, block them.
The question was,
can someone love you and not want to commit?
absolutely.
Have you loved someone that you did not commit to?
Yes. Shit, man. I currently do. I currently do love someone that I'm not ready to be in a relationship with. But me right now, right? Like anybody that I come across, unfortunately for me, right? Until I am where I want to be and I'm comfortable enough to know that I can give the way that I want to give, right? Then it's going to be the same for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Man, like I'll be able, as long as we build that bond, can give you the love, right? Man, have love for you. But I do believe there's a big difference in loving someone and being in love.
Big love is a huge difference because as a human, as somebody that is a loving person, etc. Like there's tons of people I have love for. So you do have to just delve down, be like, you know what? You can't just be like, oh, I love you. Okay, I love a lot of people. You know what I mean? I want to see that go. That's just who I am. But being in love is definitely different. So is there somebody that you're in love with that you did commit to, or someone that you used to be in love with, or still is, or whatever? They'll remember the love is romantic. Yeah, these romantic feelings. And is she like, is this somebody that you would go for, go back, you know, go for when you come and get yourself together, whatever, would you come for her?
Nah, I don't think that I would go back for anybody, because if we left it, we made the party. Obviously, it was for a reason. You understand? But I'm not. Who was back with?
Hold on. Let's, because this is.
How can you drive forward?
This is interesting.
Looking at your
Okay, listen.
Because I definitely went back.
Okay, listen. I
Are you still with the person that you went back with? Or are you still with the person that you went back with? Or you're done now?
No, it's me back.
Okay. I didn't know it works out.
So listen, because the first step is, so we're talking about income. So the first, we gotta, this is why it's not a one size fit all thing in a relationship, and why we have to think farther than what protects us. So when you say, you know what, I don't go back for nothing. Why would I go back? If I'm driving in the car, I can't drive looking backwards. Your relationship's not a vehicle. It's not a moving vehicle. You're not on the street. You're not looking for red lights, caution lights. That's not that. Of course, if you go to take your driver's test, they don't ask you relationship questions. They ask you driving questions, right? So what we do is, we have the show. People talk and they'll say things, and I swear these sound good, but the actions need to line up with your words. In reality, the relationship you just said you was in love with the young lady, or that you had feelings, etc., but you wouldn't go back. But the reason you wasn't with her, you said, if I'm not together and I don't have what I need, then, you know, that's what stopped me from the relationship. So it wasn't your relationship in general, right? It was the timing and the position. But you know this is a good woman. Why would you not be deserving of having a good woman? Now you're a better man. This is what makes people compatible. This is what makes you fit. This is what makes you work. So people to be like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Like, we're imperfect. If you're looking for somebody to give you a straight up, this is a relationship, it's going to be fine every time, and they making no mistakes, you better get in a video game. I don't know if it's PlayStation 3, 4, 5, because I don't play, Atari, whatever, Pac-Man, I don't know what it is, because that's not reality. The reality is we have to learn and grow with one another. If somebody didn't give you a chance for something that you know, once I learned, make a mistake, I learned from that. You know what I mean? So I learned from that. Dang, but old girl won't give me another chance. Like, that's not how you grow and learn.
For me, right? Like, I feel as though that truly, okay, everybody deserves a second chance, right? But
we're not talking about the second chance.
Once we move on, once I move forward, right? And once I move on, you know, we'll be moving on for a reason. So now, listen, to answer your question originally, there is a couple women that I've met in my life that you know, I wish that I was in a better space mentally, because we would probably still be together today, right? But even though that now I feel though I'm in a better space, right? I just like, I couldn't see myself going back. You know what I mean? Like, she was good, the whole nine. Thank you, baby girl, for the experiences, right? You know what I'm saying? But now everything that I got going on is for my future wife, whoever that may be. But it ain't for my past life. I guarantee you that.
Who to say? Because remember, that's funny.
You're supposed to go back to your past.
Because see,
it's something, like she said, some things that you could, like, you know, they wanted to be with that person, but at the time, y'all didn't know how to be with each other, or it was just different stuff going on. Like, when I come back into people's presence, it's not because we ended things so crazy. It was just because at the time it just didn't work out, and sometimes it's okay for that. And then when y'all come back around, y'all might talk about, like, what happened between us, why we fell out, or why we, you know, drifted apart. Like, there's,
I mean, you know, each his own. You know, I mean, that's what makes us all individuals.
Numbers change, people move. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, like, you know, because what happens is, when two people get together, one person has not elevated to where they feel like they should be, whether it be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever, you're put in that experience so that you can elevate. Because it's a person that's a little more leveled up that triggers that, dang, I need to step back and I need to get my stuff together. You know what I mean? And then you do that because you know this is a prize. So much is given, much is required. So when you fall back, your fallback is so that you can elevate. And then two elevated people ain't gonna do nothing but grow together. Now I feel like when we look at our relationships like that and say, hey, you know what, some people I ain't going back. Prime example, let me use me as an example. If I hadn't went back and call it go back, I don't know, sometimes, you know, words have meaning, words, you need to shift the words, etc. or whatever, but had I not given that person an opportunity after they see like, oh snap, I didn't handle this situation right, I didn't handle this woman right, this experience, but I know this is what's for my greater good. If she's allowing me back and I'm a greater man because I've learned the lesson. Remember, we have lessons. All we doing is living a life experiencing lessons so that we can elevate. Had I not been the type of woman that's like, you know what, I get that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm pretty sure some things I'm doing that it just didn't cause you to leave me, etc. Had I not been receptive to accepting another human being where they at and loving them unconditionally and saying, you know what, okay, I would have missed out on an amazing marriage experience. Because I'm like, I'm not going back. Yeah, there's some people that damn sure I'm like, oh no, never, ever, 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 ever. But when it's divinely guided, a lot of people you separate so that you can grow individually and come back and master the whole divine plan. You know what I mean?
They say that if you love someone, let it go to come back, you know, and show that it's meant to be and all that other good stuff. So, you know, once again, you know, to each his own and all that love and all that other good stuff, you know. Would you go ahead? Would you go ahead?
Damage. I am a script. Like me, I'm saying. Y'all ladies, watch Rocker. He's gonna take casually dating. When he does start dating again, he's gonna be a casual date. Right?
I am definitely a runner of track star. Like, y'all can see me blocking the film. Hey, look, man.
No, she's good. I ain't going back.
But I respect it, you know, peace and love, you know, man, to everybody that goes back and finds love. You know what I'm saying? Man, people make mistakes or whatever the case is, but you go back and you find that true love that it's meant to be.
If it's meant to be, baby, just let it be. So you coming, boy. This is what I'm talking. I don't say, like you said, each his own, but it's some people you know, because we all have a purpose. So we know. There's some people we just are supposed to be with the seasons, and some people we're supposed to, you know, they're supposed to trigger us, and we fall back, work on what we need to work on, and come back and be amazing together. There's some people that just don't deserve a chance, a second chance, if you didn't, or whatever. Everybody's experience is going to be different, but what I do is I'm just here to make y'all think. Open up and be receptive. Just look at the whole bigger picture. What if I went in this direction, what is the possible outcome? If I went in that direction, what is the possible outcome? You know what I mean? Our world is governed on binary numbers, geometry, shapes, and things like that. So everything's supposed to happen is the way it's going to happen. You know, we buck in, we kind of rebuttal a lot. You know, we block. I can block them a lot. Yeah, you got his plan. I'm not blocking it. Alright, so in closing. Oh, okay. Your significant other says they no longer love you romantically, but still caring for you as a friend. You're otherwise happy with the relationship. Would you continue it? Explain. You said you would? She said she would? I would? Okay. Why not? Okay.
You said they no longer?
Your significant other says they no longer love you romantically, but still care for you as a friend. You're otherwise happy with the relationship. So he was happy until he came to you with that. Would you continue it and explain? No. Okay, run it out.
To continue.
Right, it's a wrap.
Movies where it say discontinue.
Right.
yourself. For real. Like, if people, if you ever been on the seesaw, then you know what it's like. And then you need two people to make that drawing work. You then you're doing it by yourself, you ain't going nowhere. You feel me? Like,
then you took the most important things out of it, the love and the romance. Like, you just significant other. Like, you can't go.
No, he's the significant other, or she. They're literally your partner. A partner comes to me and says, Tanya, I no longer love you romantic, but I care for you as a friend. I'll be like, oh really? Okay, that's what we're doing. Let me go and work on my self-love, because I'm gonna tell you though, you can care for me as a friend. You better work my shit on IG or something, because we don't have nothing to talk about after that. I'm not after we commit like that.
We definitely be in social media. We ain't talking, but we heart and like it and everything.
I ain't getting on your social media. I don't know what you got going on. That's part of attachment. Now again, if it's something that's meant to be, you won't have to come for me. Period. You have to come for me. I'm open and I'm receptive. I don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm sorry, whoever that happened to. But yeah, you don't get, first of all, you don't get any more of my energy, my time, my love, any of that. You're going to be talking about, first of all, can you tell me what I did, bro? Like, what happened? Who happened? Like,
once you get your answer, is that going to change anything for you?
It don't change it. But it does give you an understanding and helps you to close it out. Because I didn't ask that question before because I think I was in my early 20s and this guy started talking to me. I was like, well, damn, what did I do? And he just didn't respond. Like, well, shit, I just wanted to know because it might have been something you could have told me that I couldn't have did the next time, or you just literally ghosted me. But that was, I can say, that was probably one of the first times I had ever asked that question. And I was like, man, I forgot it. I get ghosted. I be asleep and wake up and castle right there. What you been doing? In the fucking light. Leave on red. Switch on red with six. Nah, I don't got no But that was an interesting question. We enjoyed you guys. Thank you for joining us. It's always on Tuesday night.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Hold on. We need to furnish your
Summer. She was a big fan of yours.
Summer.
Yes, she's a big fan of yours.
Summer. I know we were talking about you earlier on Record and Tell. So I hope you're watching and still watching. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for allowing me to motivate you and inspire you. If anything I can do for you, I heard you have some projects you're working on. Give me a call. Rocker has my number, and let's see what we can make happen. Again, thank you. We appreciate everybody. We love the love and the support. Good night.
Hey,